Yeah, so right now, if I look out at the screen, I can choose to see you all as different, separate, strange, strangers, or I can choose to look at you all as somebody just like me. And actually, I see you quite differently depending on which view I bring to that. So let's just take a moment to gaze into the screen and notice what it feels like when you choose to see everybody else as strangers, different, strange, not like me, and what it feels like when you choose to um, think, oh, these people are actually just like me. They're just like me. And I notice that my heart opens. I have quite a different sort of physical sense when I choose to see you all as um, not as strangers, but as fellow human beings and that commonality. So if we can take that sense into the practice, and now we'll just begin the practice. So you can close your eyes if you want to. Alison's got her dog there as well. That's nice. It's one of the things I love about Zoom. You get to see everybody's pets as well. Yeah. The other day, somebody's dog obviously came up and completely sort of licked the computer screen in the middle of a practice. It was really, really funny. Okay, so if we choose our position and settle down, and closing your eyes if you want to, or keeping them lightly closed. And taking some moments to arrive into this position that you've chosen, whether it's sitting, whether it's lying, standing, or even walking. Let's take a few deeper in-breaths, and on the out-breath, arriving down on the body and letting the body rest upon the surface that's supporting it. And then allowing the breathing to settle and to find its own rhythm. Seeing if we can give the body up to gravity. So we're not resisting, fighting, tensing, but there's more a quality of rest and support. And allowing the breathing to find its own natural rhythm. Allowing the belly, the abdomen, to swell on the in-breath and subside on the out-breath. Feeling the movement in the chest area as well. Expanding, opening on the in-breath, subsiding on the out-breath. And the back of the torso. Can we feel breathing in the lower back? Expanding, subsiding, expanding, subsiding. The middle back and the upper back. Feeling breathing in the back of the ribs, the back of the lungs. Maybe the shoulder blades moving away from each other a little bit on the in-breath, subsiding on the out-breath. We're not forcing, allowing the breathing to be natural. But seeing if we can release inhibition and let breathing express itself in the upper back. And the whole torso all together now. Allowing the volume of the torso to open and expand in all directions on the in-breath, subside on the out-breath. 360-degree breathing. Seeing if we can let the breathing be effortless. Allowing the body to do what it longs to do every moment of life. And allowing this rhythm to spill down now into the legs and the feet. So they become soft, grounded, participating in this flow of breathing. This will just be felt as just some kind of connectedness, maybe an echo, maybe some rippling, or maybe you can't feel anything at all. That's also fine. And the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Letting these rest, participate in this rhythm in the whole body as we breathe. The neck, the head, the face soft. And letting the mouth, the jaw be soft so the wind of the breath can flow freely through this area. And the whole body, getting a broad sense of the whole body. Sitting here, lying here, standing here, being breathed. This rhythm, this flow. And now including everything in our awareness. If we've got discomfort, let it be an aspect of our present moment experience. Seeing if we can soften the habit of resisting, pushing away, hardening, contracting. Let it be part of the flow. And what's our mood? Our emotional weather? Letting that be part of the flow. Our thoughts flowing through the mind. Seeing if we can befriend all of our experience. being open to ourselves the way we're naturally open and kind towards somebody that we love. We find it helpful on the in-breath, we can breathe in a sense of connection with all of our experience, and on the out-breath, imagine kindliness, care, tenderness, just pouring into the whole body, the whole heart, the whole mind. Feeling into how experience is changing moment by moment, even something that feels very stuck and hard. When we go right inside, we realize that, like the breath, it's ever changing. It's never the same one moment to the next. And we just experience it one moment at a time as part of this flow. And now, staying centered and grounded, let's open our awareness and bring to mind a friend. Let's allow them to rest within our field of awareness in our imagination. We might see them as an image or have a feeling for them. I always imagine I'm just sitting quietly with this person. Let's take them in for a few moments. Feeling all that we share. We're both breathing in and out. The friend will tend to resist pain and discomfort in broadly similar ways to us. And they'll have a longing for happiness, peace, contentment in broadly similar ways to us. So although we look different, if we scratch the surface and drop deeper, we can rest in our commonality. They too are sharing these very strange, challenging times in the world. They'll have their own ways of coping, but they'll have probably deep down similar feelings of unsettledness in the face of uncertainty. If you want to, on the in-breath, you can breathe in awareness of this person. On the out-breath, imagining goodwill, well-wishing, kindness is pouring into their body, heart, mind. Be careful not to force or strain. It's just allowing the breathing to be natural. If you find your mind is wandering, that's normal. And then noticing, being careful not to judge, just choosing to come back to the practice. Now allowing the image or the sense of the friend to fade, and let's just check in with the body for a few moments. Is there any tension arising? There is. You might want to move a little bit, take a few deeper breaths, settling again, resting. Now let's open our awareness to include all the people here in this call. 56 of us from many different places. And here we all are, breathing together. We'll all tend to contract against pain, push it away, tighten. And we'll all have a longing for ease, peace, happiness, fulfillment. And we're all of us finding our way through these strange times the best we can. So feeling into the solidarity, the common humanity that we have with one another. The basic goodwill we can have towards one another. On the in-breath, breathing in connection. On the out-breath, breathing out, well-wishing, goodwill, connectedness. Feeling into all that we share with others. We're not alone. For a few moments, expanding our awareness to include others living their lives, breathing, contracting against pain, longing for peace, fulfillment, happiness. Longing to love and be loved just like us. Now allowing the image or the feeling for others to fade away into the background. They don't go away, but just less prominent for a moment, and let's bring the weight of the body to the foreground of awareness. Stability in the body, breathing in the body. This benevolent connection with whatever is going on for each of us, physically, mentally, emotionally. Just let it be. Breathing in, breathing out. With kindliness, with openness. Yes. When we're ready, we can begin to move the body a little bit, bring the practice to a close, keeping the breathing soft. And if you're on gallery view, you could just have a look at everyone again, all these people that we've shared this space with for the last half hour. And if you want to, you could put something in the chat box, maybe 1 or 2 words about the effect of that practice for you. But of course you don't have to at all, because you might not want to do that after meditating. But yeah, so it's very interesting, I think, to have this kind of dance of self-awareness and awareness of others, and how can we, be fully present to ourselves, but also open to others and open to connection. I think that's something that we can build as an imaginative skill in our lives. So I'll just read out some of the comments in case there's anyone visually impaired. So we've got feeling equanimous, calming and grounded, very calming and integrating, more steady, nice to share. Thank you for the practice tonight. With gratitude for my calmness and warmth, calming and connected. Calming and connected. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me about using imagination to connect. Just the right meditation this evening. Relaxing. Thank you. Preoccupied because more aware. That's interesting. So then how can you, or the invitation is, how can you bring kindliness to the preoccupation? So meet and greet it and being open to that, because that's important. That's what you're experiencing. But then to, maybe even give yourself some time after the meditation to sit quietly and reflect on whatever it is that you're preoccupied with this attitude of care. Balanced. It was lovely to bring friends to mind, a good connection to make. Thanks. Feeling calm. Good. So I'm aware that, the invitation to write something in the chat box, most likely those of you who are going to feel inclined to do that are those of you who have found the meditation helpful. And there may be people who feel worse, stirred up. You've got more difficult emotions maybe arisen. And also, I don't want it to be a sort of Pollyanna situation where you think you have to feel great because you've had a meditation. Sometimes it can be stirring. And again, the invitation is after this practice to, maybe take a bit of time to just sit quietly, feel into the emotion, breathe with the emotion, and to remember that, life is much more fluid than we think, and we ever only experience whatever it is one moment at a time. And that can be really helpful when things feel really tight and stuck. And I really love as well this idea that we can respond to ourselves the way we would respond to a loved one who was hurting. Say if we are really hurting. Sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, but if there's somebody that we love, we would naturally, imaginatively embrace them, and we would understand and be accepting and kind. So why is it that we can't do that towards ourselves? That's an interesting question, and perhaps we can do that to ourselves more than we think we can. Lovely. Okay, so we've gone over 4 minutes, and I don't like doing that. I like to be punctual, to not take your time, but there we are. So if you want to, you could unmute yourselves and say goodbye, say hello, goodbye to one another. And then we'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Vidyamala.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Vidyamala.
Thanks,
Mala.
Vidyamala.
Bye.
I love this bit.
Thank you.
Thank you.